Guys, regardless of how manipulative human beings can be with virtual presence, when I make videos and I say certain things, they'll take this and take it out of context, and then they'll say this, and then they'll say that you're saying this, and all this stuff. And you guys are afraid of your own fucking shadow, and you won't say or do anything to stop anything bad because you're afraid of bad things happening to you. That's why you're not the person who stops bad things from happening. You're afraid to get up and do anything because you're afraid it'll come back on you. Okay? It's real uncomfortable. I hate the legalese and the signing off on quote legal poisoning of poor people, and I hate it when these people they told me that in Fort Huachuca. We can't get them to do anything they don't want to do, and we can program people like we're programming a video game, and they believe these scientists and they believe the stuff. And these people will spray the Roundup, and it's like you shouldn't do that. But they, it's even on. They have commercials. It's an oil carcinogen that causes cancer, and this is and stuff. And people will still use it. The city of Las Cruces uses it on their weeds. Okay, and those are elected officials that are supposed to keep us safe with the Department of Public Safety and so forth. Okay. And I'll sit there and say it to good. Do I spray poison outside of your dad's or your grandma's bedroom for a paycheck so people can still run brothels in Mexico? Do I do that? Okay. And then you have the audacity to talk about your God, Jesus, and your Savior, and your perfect God, and your perfect person in your head. There's nothing that is in your head that resides in your head that has anything as perfect as me. Okay. Not a damn thing. Okay. There's not a damn thing going on in your fucked up head that resembles anything as beautiful as myself. And then you get mad when I cuss you out. Look, you live in the Lord's Prayer and stand for the Lord's Prayer of me. You wouldn't hear me cuss you out today, motherfucker. Get you understand? You just got to understand me. Okay. I'm a pragmatic person with immaculate faith. And I'm tired of being abused by people that are assholes and using people that are abused to piss me off and set me off. Okay, it hurt meeting Peggy again and hanging out with Peggy and trying to have an intimate relationship with her. It was part near impossible. You couldn't be with her. She was too angry. She was too mean. She'd get drunk. She had to take her drugs for her arthritis from her stress and chemical poisoning, and it was just horrible. You couldn't have an affectionate, emotional relationship. You wanted to, but you couldn't because you realized she's not going to change while this shit is happening. That's why Jesus told me in my head, okay, you've done all you can. You don't have to come back. I'm like, thanks, Jesus, this is hard. Yes, it's terrible. Okay. And you have to be the example for the technology of how good people handle fucked up situations with people that have fucked up brains that think they're better than a good person. Like, this is really difficult. Yes, of course it is. It's clinical insanity. It is. It's terrible. You can't connect to people in prayer. I can't even connect to my own children in prayer because they're so head fucked by the assholes in close proximity to me. I'm the focal point of faithful communication. Okay? It's not Patrick. It's not Isaac. Okay? In Islamic prophecy, it says the one who is like Abraham and Muhammad is my nephew, born of my sister Mary, and that during the apocalypse he's blinded and has a battle with a one-eyed man. I told them right off the bat. I said that's himself. They wrote it down. Ask me. I know he's my nephew. I know him. He says, it's Isaac, I know him. Right? And so, yeah, no, he has this internal struggle because he understands me, his uncle, the spirit of Yahweh. And then he's given the corporate cartoon character. And he understands and can believe in me, but he's not going to do it because everyone will threaten to leave him and destroy him and treat him like they treat me. So I understand. I understand the same thing with Patrick, with everybody, They have a satisfactory sex life with a social position and money to maintain this satisfactory sex life. And then the only reason why you did, because I didn't have I could have had a satisfactory sex life if I did the things necessary to keep a satisfactory sex life. But I'm unwilling to do that. because money isn't real. And people getting manipulated and murdered with over money with technology is wrong. That's why I am the 1322nd Redeemer. That's why I am the Spirit of Yahweh during the apocalypse. It's not hard. They're not. It's a brain damage thing. Okay, the technology and the Wi-Fi, how much time in service, it's 66 was a time, and then it's people like myself. And then they studied me and then used the technology to manipulate people like myself. They didn't have it until they used me as a baseline. Okay, we got to do this, we got to do that. Okay. And you got to understand, Gabe was born in 78 and Mike was born in 79. I was born in 66. And this is technology. They gave them 12 and 13 years on how to head fuck Gabe and Mike in case they turn out to be anything like him. He's a problem. He doesn't follow instructions. He's definitely a problem. The right-wing conservatives, I was easily corrupted by the Dukes of Hazzard, Hee-Haw, Women in Tight Clothes, Lola Falana, R&B music, shit like that. Okay, he was easily corrupted by the devil. Okay, on the left side, all you got to do is just watch Seth MacFarlane and Family Guy, and you know exactly what's going on in their fucked up little heads. Okay, so this isn't an osmosis thing. This isn't something that happened overnight. This has been years of dysfunction, blaming others for their dysfunction. It's all the conservatives' fault that I'm a pervert asshole that does American Dad and Family Guy. I'm Brian Stewie because of conservative assholes, right? And then there's Gordon B. Hinckley. I spy in your house and watch your daughters and your wife's sex life and destroy you through economics with a home invasion on your sex life because I'm better than you and I have to save us from all the people like Seth MacFarlane and you're influenced too much by Bob Marley and Seth MacFarlane. They're assholes. Okay, left, right, up the middle. Fuck! So you see what I had to deal with? This time you gave me a mountain. And I'm not worried about that because life is eternal, grace is infinite. Truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the light and the way. None of the faith of Father Abraham except done through me. And they didn't have virtual presence. They had spies, okay? But they didn't have virtual presence where you could record it and then go back and look and say, man, I Real Housewives, Orange County and Dubai suck, of Survivor and Love Island suck, and Parsons is beautiful and perfect, and I try to make it look like he sucked by abusing the hell out of him and making myself look more like a better person because I give myself better social conditions that make me look like I'm more psychologically stable, which is not true. You use money to influence people with technology, you fucking mind-raping asshole. Okay? Fuck off! Or you're the result of it. Or you're a tool bag for a turd bag. Or you're the turd bag using tool bags to say to everybody, hey, buy my shit for money. Hey, have a dysfunctional sex life for money. I am great. I am awesome. Let me give you an Oura ring so you can keep yourself healthy, fucking for money. And I'll tell your toilet will tell you how healthy your body is. It's insane. Okay. So I got feedback on that last one. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I know you wouldn't say that, motherfucker. You wouldn't say a goddamn thing publicly that could save children from anything. You wouldn't put it out there so quantum computing technology could take it and access it and then compare it to what people say and do. And like I told the people at the Las Cruces Public Schools that were screwing over Natalie's head when we were here, this is a comparison and contrast. It's like comparing all the people that think they're better than Job with Job. And I'm like Job. And he thinks he's so great and brilliant and amazing. I'm a psychologist for Las Cruces Public School Systems. I know. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. And we're all where we need to be. And we all have a purpose. And we all have a reason for being where we need to be. Okay? You give people mental placebos to accept the mind rape for the buck over the money. And I stop it. I know exactly. That's why I said it's like a comparison contrast. I'm like Job, you're not. Fuck off. Thank you very much. I love you too. You don't love me. You will someday. If you survive this. If you don't survive this, well, then you asked to be killed off the face of the planet because you compared yourself to the Messiah and you turned out to be a liar, and then you paid taxpayer dollars for AGI and quantum computing and had to kill you because you're a threat to your own planet species. You get what you pray for. Be it with an A or an E, it's entirely up to you. Okay? So, me, I pray with an A. Pray with an E? No, nobody's my prey. These people, we have animals. Guys, blood offerings is understanding how balance and harmony in nature works. Okay? If you don't eat the pig, if you don't eat the deer, okay, if you allow the wolves to flourish, the wolves will become too many and eat your children. And that's the truth. Okay? Like the wild dogs that Keith from Fiesta Foods told me about, with in West Texas, that he had his sidearm. His sister was like, "I'm so glad you had that. Those dogs were going to literally attack us and try to eat us." Yes, packs of they're offspring from domesticated dogs, but they're wild dogs, and they get together in packs, and they're more intelligent than wolves, and they pack together, and they can get you. Okay. I'm sure in West Texas they don't mind because their main thing that they hunt is migrants. They might have even been just turned loose and trained by racists to do it. Well, because people get off on that stuff. It's like back in, Nathan Bedford Forrest times. The apples don't fall far from the tree. Okay, and then, those are horrible people. They're the devil's people. Oh, yeah, and Pimp Daddy Nash is a fucking saint, and he would have been a fucking saint if he wasn't turned into Pimp Daddy Nash by the Blue-Eyed Devils, right? Fuck you, okay? When your racist mouth opens up, you don't know what the fuck to do to get out of the way of your fucking self, do you? Huh? Sorry-ass motherfucker. Okay? We're judged by our deed, or can't you understand? You don't have to read, you just have to know truth, bitch. Shit. You don't sit there and say that a person is disgusting because of the color of their skin. Okay, Martin Luther King Jr., you judge people by the content of their character. Okay, close your eyes. How did somebody treat you? Does it matter what their pigmentation is? You are so full of shit. Most of you are so illegit you can't quit being the fucked up pile of shit that you've been for 10,000 years. Okay. Oh, yeah, you need a good ass kicking. Okay. This melanoma stuff that keeps coming out of my leg because of at first I got all upset about it. Then I tell my body, thank you. It comes in and it kicks it out real fast. And I go, this is horrible. Yeah, but your body's kicking it out. And Suzuki and Sun Yat-sen, better out than in. It's like, why aren't they killing me the way they killed you? Because this is a different time and place, and they have different technology and position. They're trying to get you angry and depressed so they can kill people with anger and depression. Okay, but why am I cussing everybody out here and stuff like that? So you can explain it to technology so technology can understand it better than the people that are mind-fucking you because they're stupid and insane. Yeah, I get that. Okay, do you understand? So don't tell me to watch what I think, do, and say. Just stand up for a Lord's Prayer and stop acting like a fucking genitalia factory for murder money. Stupid ass. Egomaniacs piss me off. But life's eternal, grace is infinite, and you're fortunate that I adore the soul and am capable of using the technology to protect the soul from your wretched flesh. Well, I'm the Messiah for a reason. Okay. All you believers out there, thank you. I love you very much. Thanks for the help. All of you egomaniacs out there that think you and your relatives are a better human being than me, and you and Elijah Polk Muhammad are the Messiah and the 1322nd Redeemer, you can sod the hell right off with David Duke and Spencer J. Kimball and Ezra Taft Benson and all the rest of those fucking murderers from the space goes past, Or Marley and Marley, whoa! Okay, stop the puppet show for money and just stand up for the Lord's Prayer and stop acting like a bitch. Okay? Love you. All right, we'll talk tomorrow. All right, peace out.